Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Renetta Gunn Stevens. I am the CEO of Sophisticated Press. Welcome to 30 Days Live with Sophisticated Press. This is part of our Push series. I always get tongue-tied with the title that I selected. So we have a book out for our business, and it's called Push, Promote until shipping and handling occurs. I have to say that really slow so that way I will not say the wrong word, okay? So yes, we have a book out. It's called Push, Promote until shipping and handling happens. And this is a video live series of it because we want to show you actually in real time how you promote until shipping and handling happens. So welcome. I'm in the car today. Why? Because I was out doing some errands, but I want to be very consistent. So I decided to come on in the car instead of being inside the office, kind of stuffy up in there. So for those who don't know me, I am a published author of 3 books: A Dad's Redemption, Kingdom Speaking in the Boardroom, as well as 10 Ways to Eliminate Debt by Writing. I am a ghostwriter. I am really like the midwife of self-publishers. I help them birth their babies. I help them create financial independence through publishing strategies in the marketplace. And we do it all in the name of Jesus Christ. God is the CEO of Sophisticated Press. And so I'm excited today to give you our topic. When you come in, do me a favor. If you're watching this on a replay, definitely follow us on all of our social media platforms. On Instagram, we are Sophisticated Press. On Twitter, we are Sophie Press, which is SOPHIPRESS. And on LinkedIn, we're under my name, Renetta Gunn Stevens. And listen, we have a YouTube channel. I want you to visit our YouTube channel and I want you to subscribe. We have all of our old videos there, okay? So, hey Simone from Modified Solutions. So today our subject is going to be how to become consistent while promoting. We're going to talk about consistency. And the reason why we are talking about consistency, hey girl, the reason why we're talking about consistency, because consistency is really how you are going to grow, right? Consistency is how you're going to grow. And listen, you're actually witnessing consistency because this is the 9th day that we have gone live. Why? Because we're trying to build consistency in our promoting, in our regimen as far as servicing you. So let's talk about consistency, the importance of it, and then we're going to talk about how to incorporate it. Welcome, Relax She's Natural, Deanna Browley. Today we're talking about consistency. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had heard some kids hollering because I'm outside, y'all, in the car. Had to make sure everybody was okay. So let's look at the benefits of consistency. So the first benefit of consistency is it builds momentum. It builds momentum. You know, it's very important that when you're consistent, you begin to really build a behavior. Your body begins to get used to it. The people around you begin to get used to it, and you start building a momentum. So if you have a goal and you have some tasks that need to be done, if you don't do them consistently, then you will lose momentum and you will lose the just the energy or the motivation to complete it, right? So for instance, with me, when I'm working out, if I work out every day like I was doing when I was doing working out and writing, it was so easy to go to the health club. But once I stopped going every day, which I know wasn't healthy, but I literally had to go every day. But once I started saying, okay, well, I'm gonna let 2 days go, maybe 3 days, I lost the momentum of me working out, you guys, and now I have to build back that momentum. Let's bring it to publishing. When you are a writer and you're in the middle of writing your manuscript, it is important for you to build a momentum of writing. If you write Monday and don't pick back up your laptop to write until Friday, you are going to lose momentum. And then on Friday, you got to get all excited again to start writing your manuscript. So this is why it's very important to schedule your writing time. Literally put it on your calendar. From this time to this time, I'm going to schedule it. Especially if you're an entrepreneur. That way you won't even have any customers making any appointments during that time. You let your family know from this time to that time, I'm going to be writing. And that way you can build the momentum. I literally see the difference in the production of authors who have a schedule for writing. The authors that have a schedule for writing, they literally finish their manuscript within 30 to 45 days. The authors who don't have a schedule, you'll notice it because there's like the momentum is broken up and you just can tell. So the first benefit is it builds momentum, and we all know that it takes 21 days to form a habit. The second benefit of being consistent, it keeps you relevant. Right? We all heard out of sight, out of mind. If you are not consistent, people will forget about you. And definitely during this time, because we live in a world where there was and there is so many things that people can do, right? They have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TV, Netflix and chill, social life, kids, right? And so if you're not consistent, you will get forgotten and you will not be relevant. And as a business, you always want to be relevant. As an author, you always want to be relevant. So you'll see me talking about businesses as well as authors, because every business should have a book and every book is a business. So we literally teach and treat these books, and I treat my authors like entrepreneurs. When you don't be consistent and show up every day and market yourself, you become irrelevant. If you don't show up every day and market your book somehow, then you lose momentum. So see how they kind of work together. If you show up consistent every day, you'll stay relevant, and then you'll also build momentum. I got a text and this lady was like, I didn't see your live yet today. And I was like, it's going to be at 6. But what it showed me was that I was being relevant, and she was looking for this live every day, right? So those are the type of engagements you want from your readers, from your supporters, where if you don't show up one day, they like, wait a minute, where's Modified Solutions? Where's Relax She's Natural, right? Because they're so used to you being relevant. So that is the second benefit of being consistent. It makes you relevant. The third benefit of being consistent is it helps you to measure the progress or the lack thereof. Right? Sometimes we just don't give things enough time to really measure if it's working, right? So this 30 days of going live, it really is also for me to measure the difference in the engagements, the difference in revenue, the difference in maybe email increase, the difference in my likes on my Facebook pages, my followers on Instagram. It helps me to set a period of time and say, I'm going to do this consistently and see what type of results it brings, right? Sometimes we're just not giving the projects in our life enough time. For instance, sometimes people, they publish a book, and if they don't make $10,000 the first month, they give up. They lose interest, they lose momentum, they stop being consistent, and now they're not relevant. And now they're really losing because they have to start all over again. Even though they built up all of that excitement about pre-orders, the minute you stop, or the minute you don't give yourself enough time to be consistent doing it and promoting it, then you become irrelevant, you lose momentum. So see how this is all working together, ladies? It all works together because usually you should give your the time frame, depending on the project, 3 months to 6 months to kind of measure, right? So it's going to take a lot of patience, which is what we talked about the other day, having patience in sales. It's going to take you to have some patience, and it's going to take you to be consistent so you can actually measure. Okay? Now, the fourth thing that being consistent does, the fourth benefit is it creates a good reputation for you. Yeah, Deanna and Simone, you all are agreeing. I know, right? It just really helps when you're consistent. Imagine going to McDonald's and the Big Mac didn't taste like Big Mac. Now, I don't eat McDonald's anymore. But when I was younger, I went and I ate Big Macs. Why? Because I knew it was going to be consistent. I knew that special sauce was going to be there every time. I knew the pickle was going to be there. I knew the two buns and the bun in the middle was going to be there. And that consistency brought them back. And that's really one of the benefits and success of McDonald's and a lot of other restaurants. They're consistent, right? So you want your clients and your readers to experience the same experience every time they come to you, and hopefully that's a good experience so they can bring others with you. It was a sure thing. I totally get that concept. Absolutely. And it takes time. Seems like there aren't enough hours in a day. I know. Tell me about it. That's why when I see a successful business, Simone, I tip my hat off to them, because it takes a lot to be consistent. And remember, this is just not consistent in one area. This is being consistent in all areas of your life. So after you have mastered being consistent in business, now you got to be consistent as an individual, being consistent as a child of God. Don't be a wife and a mother and a sister and a daughter, and just think you got to be consistent in every area of your life so it all flows together. So it sometimes does seem like it isn't enough hours in a day. The fourth benefit of it is, when you are consistent, you create a good reputation. You create a good reputation. Sometimes when you ain't got money, God will give you favor, and God will let your name speak for itself because of the reputation that you have put out in the marketplace, right? Really, when you think about it, when you're consistent paying your bills, the bank will call you and say, hey, you want some money? You qualify for a loan. Why? Because we see you being consistent paying your bills. We see you being consistent keeping a balance in your account. Yes, consistency is a major part of your brand. And so when you are consistent, you build a reputable reputation where people want to do business with you because you're consistent. You're consistent in your following up. You're consistent in your engagement. You're consistent in your servicing. And they trust you now. Because remember, when you're an author, you are asking for money before you're giving them a product. So for them to want to trust you and give you money before they give a product, that's because you've been consistent and they trust you. For instance, Simone Pusher. Whoop, whoop. Simone pre-ordered Push. Why was Simone able to trust me and pre-order Push? Because of the consistency. And she's able to trust that she's going to get her book, which she absolutely is. Deanna, same thing. Relax She's Natural. We always do business together. And the reason why she does business with me and I do business with her, my mom goes to her to get her hair done, to get the best silk press in the Midwest. Why? Because Deanna at Relax She's Natural is consistent with her silk press. When you sit in her chair and when you get out the chair, you're going to see a difference in your hair. You're going to be so amazed with the results. That consistency brings people back to her, right? So now she has a reputation of being the best silk press in the Midwest. Now, the fifth reason why being consistent, yes, SP Pusher, yes, you are certified. The fifth reason for being a consistent is it really does make readers expect good things from you. And the good thing about that is when your readers expect your consistency, when you have a new product or service to offer them, they're going to eat it up. Why? Because of the past services and products that you've offered. They've had consistency. They've had great customer service. So now when you come with a new bundle, it's finna be Black Friday. Now when you come with the workshop, now when you come with the conferences, no matter what the price is, they're ready to eat it up and support you because you've been consistent. Okay? So the benefits of being consistent is it's going to build momentum. It's going to keep you relevant. It's going to help you measure your progress or the lack thereof. It's going to create a good reputation for you. And then it's also going to help you meet your customers' expectation, which is going to help you in your upsells. Okay. So also, let me tell you how you can incorporate consistency. You can incorporate consistency by getting a schedule. We talked about that earlier. Literally put it on your calendar, on your iPhone. Time to go work out, time to write, time to edit, time to post on social media. My daughter showed me that I didn't believe in calendars and all of that until I seen her being like really, really focused and meal prepping and scheduling. And I saw the results and I was like, yeah, let me start using my calendar. So now, even sometimes when people try to call me, I'll be like, you're not on my calendar. Why? Because I'm so used to now seeing the progress of having a calendar that my life is now beginning to be consistent. So get a calendar. Secondly, get an accountability partner. One of the features that we have here at Sophisticated Press, when you become part of our publishing family, we offer you a weekly meeting where we become your accountability partner. Why? Because it helps when you have somebody that you kind of, is accountable to, that'll say, hey, did you write your 2 chapters this week? Did you work out this week? Did you do whatever your goals is that you all share? So find your accountability partner. They work. Okay. Second is get a journal. Get a journal and take notes. I was looking at a journal from two years ago, and it said start a publishing company, because I was working on it then. Like, really, we only been in business like 2 years, you guys, and to see the growth is amazing. But that journal helped me to see that I was consistent, and now we're here. Okay. And then lastly, set a time frame. Make sure you're setting time frames. If you just set a goal and you don't have like the end date, you don't have the time frame, then that goal can stretch out for eternity, infinity, right? So make sure that you set end dates so you can give yourself more accountability and you can measure the progress. Okay. And then we just have one quote for the day. And tomorrow we're going to set some goals for the live at 6:00. We're going to invite some friends while we're on. So, people that will benefit from these lives so we can get our viewers up. But our quote for today is, being consistent every day will help your clients to pay. Being consistent every day will help your clients to pay. Okay. So just remember that. Thank you all for tuning in today. If you notice my live today, they're going to get a little shorter just so, I can be respectful of people's times during the week. But then we're going to set like some days where we can just really hang out and talk more in length. But thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget to order your copy of Push if you have not. Don't forget to order your Sophisticated Press author's calendar. And if you want a branded calendar, we can create that for you. Also, let's say you don't want to have Sophisticated Press facilitate your self-publishing. We have an online academy. We'd love for you to take a class at that online academy and you can self-publish your own product. So definitely visit us at www.spaa.thinkifit.com. And that's all I have for you today, you all. So thank you so much. You know how we ended here at Sophisticated Press. Listen, we love you so much with the love of Jesus Christ. We are so proud of you, and we know you can do it. See you tomorrow, day 10 at 6:00. Bye, ladies.